All right, guys, this talk is intended for educational purposes only. It reflects our opinions and is based on our best judgment, but no warranty is given or implied as to their accuracy. Past performance does not guarantee future performance, and no investment or trading advice whatsoever is implied by our commentary, coverage, or charts. Looking at SPY here, per usual, I took a page out of Mario's book. I put the little blue arrow here so you could see where SPY was at last time we talked about it. Basically, still, from my perspective, still digesting this same range. And so we saw price action today attempt to break out, kind of just chopped around for majority of the session. So these are pretty much same reference points from the last meeting that I'm watching. Really looking for SPY to make a fresh high here and actually hold. This type of action is not really very convincing in my mind. Slightly higher than average volume, but pretty much just average volume. So looking for a solid push there, something that is, proving that it's going to break out. Otherwise, I suspect we'll just stay inside the range for now. Similar story in Q, slightly different, but I'll let Mario take that away. Let me make you host, Mario. You go ahead.
Okay.
Should be able to now.
Okay, let me see. Number 2. Yep. Okay, guys, so here's where we left the last meeting that we had. That was 11/17. And we discussed that we were working through basically two ranges, right? The 266, 283. This is the 283 right here, the blue line painted right here. So we had this massive pre-elections pullback in the market. Then gap, couple days, tested the high of the range, which was the 297. And then we meet when we were here, right in the middle, right? So the decision was like basically how you're gonna play it. And I think we talk about it like it all depends on what type of trader you are, how you address these type of ranges, right? The range was 287, 297. So what we did is like look at this. This was the key day, right? We tried to test 288, 287. They didn't even let it come down. You have the 20 MA racing, you have the 50 MA going up. You're pretty much in the middle of the Bollinger Bands right here, right? So you're in the middle of not extended, not at all. So once you see any type of formations, you feel free to just, execute based on your strategies. So that's what we hear. And this is what they've been calling about the rotation between value and growth. So growth is basically tech. So that's why we see a little bit of a better performance in the Qs right now. So if you have been in the trading room with us live over the last couple of days or last couple of weeks, actually, you know that I've been focusing pretty much on the technology, right? I've been trying to get into those names that we think basically have the most potential to go higher. So this is where we are right now, the 305. We draw an extension, Fibonacci extension right here from 287 through here, and the target should be 127 extensions is 315, 315.24. So I'm looking for 310, 315 in the Qs, okay? How are we gonna address this one is like basically we talked on the last meeting that the month was taking over. So you can see the monthly chart right here. I'm gonna zoom it in here. This is what we call the basic flag formation or buy setup. They taught it. I mean, to me, I was taught like to talk about it as a buy setup. So what we have is a solid 3 or 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 month run into highs, a 2-month pullback, and now we're taking highs. So this should continue higher. So needless to say, I'm very bullish as of now. When do I change my bias, right? Because we got to be able to identify those key prices where a change in bias is necessary. So here you see it. Carly, that's our alarm. 298, under 300, under 298, and of course under 297. Once we get back into this same range, I'm gonna keep the range right here, right? So once I get into that range, I'll stay right there, right? This is what I wanna see. If we start coming down, then we back into range trading and we just trade it like that, okay? Having said that, let me move into Tesla. And I'm going to start with Tesla because that was the one that paid us basically the following day. So this is why it's so important, guys, that you're here with me. I'm helping us all put the alerts and be on top of what is it that we're looking for, right? So we were in the queues. We saw that we were waiting to defining what we're going to do inside that range. So we picked Tesla as one of the candidates for the following day because we were about to break this high level right here. For those of you that have been here and know how we operating here, this is market profile. So what we see is like 3 months accumulation. And I'm showing you this because this is going to be important. I'm going to give you two or three more names that are setting up exactly like Tesla. 3 months accumulation, boom. Okay, so we're gonna be paying very careful attention to those. So here's exactly what Tesla is doing. Isn't that similar to the Qs? What I just show you, the monthly taking over. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, boom. I'm gonna put Qs in here just in case you didn't notice. Here you go. Pretty much the same. So it's boring. The way I trade is very boring. It's always the same. I don't do crazy stuff. I don't know anything extraordinary, anything unique. I just do the same thing every day. So when you don't know what I'm doing, just look at the chart and you will know exactly what is it I'm thinking. So this is a long. So we went long right here. The call was 467, 503, 550, right? So where do we go from here? From here now is a different trade, right? We were in accumulation. Now we're in an uptrend. So if we are in an uptrend, I want to trade over the highs. So here's my entry right here, my alert, 606.10. I want to go long over 610. And what I'm going to be calling is I'm going to be calling Tesla in a range between 610 and 550, right? So for those that are new or hanging out with us for the first time, basically what I'm talking is like, once we go over this, I'll be long, and this is where I don't want it to fall. We start falling under 550, I'm going to probably start looking for targets into the 500s or even lower, right? But as long as Tesla continues with this pattern, I'm going to continue to just trade. And this is what we call momentum trading. I go with the trend, so I'm looking to get long Tesla. Okay, so Tesla range 610 to 550. Okay, remember we have the Tesla going into the index. I think somebody please correct me because I think it's 11/18. That's the day when we're gonna be. It's gonna be the 21.
The 21st.
But the 21st is the day that enters the index. I think the last day isn't the Friday, the quadruple weekend Friday, which is the 18th. Double check that. Anyways, so that's Tesla. Let me change it right here. Let's go with the electric vehicles. They were really hot. Let's see what's going on with them. So let's go to NIO. NIO, we had another call on that one. We were talking about 43 and 51. That was the prior meeting right here. The yellow dot is the last time we met. So we were thinking anything between 43 and 51. That was the range that we were working right here. 43 and 51. We blasted through it. So I throw these FIPS because basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to measure the move from 25 to 57, which is our 100% move. Basically, it doubled, right? What we're seeing right now is it's coming back down into testing 38% FIP. Okay, so that's a level, but I don't trade FIPS. I'm a price volume price trader, right? However, when we come into this other chart that I use right here, volume profile, you can see all of the accumulation happening right here. So what we have is that there's definitely some action between 38% and 40%, which comes down to 46, 44. I'm not going to attempt to call the turn into this stock, but I want to keep an eye on especially this level right here from this market profile level. So it's going to be for NIO, keep on alert at 44.50. That's going to be a key level for NIO. What do we do at 44.50? We don't know just yet, right? We call the alerts, we check the chart, we check what's going on at that price, and then we make a decision. What can happen from 44.50? Well, You can probably have a 10% move to 41 and test 50%, perfectly normal. You can even have a move to come and test the 50 MA, which is right here at the 6180. So this can get really, really bad if you're long pretty fast, right? Or we can start looking for some sort of support from buyers, right? At some point in time, these guys right here probably may step up. However, if the guys that bought in November doesn't step up, the problem is that we only have real support till 27.30. So this is huge, guys. Keep an eye on this one. Alerts at 44, we make a decision if we're gonna short, right? Or if we're gonna start looking for a base. So no call, but 44.50, absolutely an alert. On the same page, we got XPEV. For those of you who don't know, these are basically the two biggest electric car makers in China. Chart is even worse than the one in NEO, right? Because this one just run from 22 bucks to 74 in, oh my God, not even a month. Is that a month? Yeah, not even a month. In a month, you just triple. So I did the same exercise right here, just trying to measure the extension. I run a FIB from here, the last part that we have, and we are at 61.8, meaning that retracement is really deep. So usually you don't see stock like coming in a V-shaped recovery after they lost so much, right? That's basically basic Fibonacci theory. So what I'm looking for on this one is, again, I think it's a coincidence, but 44 is also the level right here. So 43, 44, keep alerts, alert the team, and then we decide what is it that we want to do. If maybe we think this could be a base, then I want to see the buyers. Remember, we don't I know sometimes we post commentary like that in the main room, right? We don't trade just price. The fact that we're trading 44 and we said that we may see some buyers doesn't mean that you're gonna buy at 44. Why? Because that could be the day that it's just gonna go through it like butter. So you don't know if 44 is gonna be where these guys are gonna start buying. But we should expect to see some support at 43, 44. That's like a floor for this move. So at 43, we assess and we see what's going on. Now, if you want to do the other trade, feel free. Absolutely. Trade the momentum. You can short it 51 to 44. That's a good move. That's close to a 20% move. Okay. However, I don't really like to trade these electric vehicles, especially the ones in China, because if you can see, I think implied volatility should be like 147, 200. So it's really expensive to trade in. Even if you get like a really good chunk of the move, the payoff is not enough. It's not enough for me. As I can trade Amazon at 32 implied volatility. Why would I trade this thing for 147? I mean, explain to me, because I don't get it. I'd rather play Amazon. So here's Fisker. I think Eduardo follows this one. This is an American company. That's all I know. So all I want to have is I want to see how it reacts to 16 and the 14. So for those of you that were like so worried that you were never going to be able to buy into electric vehicles and everything, don't worry about it, because I think we're coming down. This is the other one, Candy. Look at that pattern, 17 to 11. So that's crashing. So we'll see. I have alerts at 766. Let's put an alert right there at 760. And again, I'm not calling trades on this one. That's what I wanted to do and get this out of the way. So, just like put alerts. And this one's a different thing because we got the General Motors. General Motors, I think they're going to continue with their partnership, but they are not going to do the bagger. I think is the bagger, which is one of the pickup trucks that they were thinking that they want to do in this partnership with Nikola and General Motors. So I think that one's out of the equation. However, it looks like they're gonna still continue to work. But the whole deals, and today was the lockout day. So I think the prior CEO may sell some stocks and everything. So we have massive selling right here, massive volume, still holding 17. This is gonna get really interesting once we get to 16. So I'm gonna keep a tag on this one actually. 1658 under 16. We can probably. I don't know how the implied volatility is for this one, but we can definitely check it tomorrow prior to see if I'm not shorting after 5 days down. You know that I don't do that, so I'll probably wait for a pullback and then we make a decision. So this is, unless you want to do the momentum tomorrow, short 1650 and go for $8. And good luck with that, because it does. Last time we got like 40% move on this one, so it happens. So that should take care of all the electric vehicles. Am I missing one?
LI.
Right. We got them all. Okay.
I think you forgot LI.
Which one is out? LI?
Yeah. That's the ticker.
That? I don't see a ticker. Oh, Lee. Yeah, I'm sorry. Lee Auto. Yeah, this is like, I don't even know. I don't have a story for this one, guys. But this looks better. Actually, it looks better. If we have, well, this one's at support. Sort of. No, let me correct that one. This is where accumulation happened last month at 36, right? We can see it here. This chart right here is showing us pretty clear, right? So this is a recent IPO, just blast off. So we have the first move. Now we're coming down. Now, what I want to see is, if you want to trade LI over 40, that'll be a call. Probably we can do that, right? And over 37, it starts getting interesting. So I'm gonna put So I'm gonna put another alert 37 right here. I want to see if these guys are really in for the long term. Here you see, guys, we talk about the 3-month accumulation right there. That's the 3-month accumulation, then blast off. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind, because I'm going to show you something. So here's trade number 1, I think, Netflix. Okay, let's move to the streamers. And this is what I love to see, okay? Things that I can trade, that I can make money easily without going crazy. So here's what's going on. Look, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. The 4 month, you don't see it because it's right here. But you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months accumulation, sideways. Dead money. We got the pattern right here on a monthly chart is a bullish pattern. You see, we got the massive accumulation, big move up. Then we chopped into a sideways pattern like for a couple of years. This is when everybody was betting that they were going to go out of business. Now back into the uptrend, we creating a higher base, right? After a couple of years. See, higher base over 450. So we staying over 450. Everybody's supporting the action right here. We can see it here. This is a longer term chart. So all of these accumulation, I want to be the guy buying at these levels. I'm not interested in being this guy shorting right here. That's not my play. My play is buying the following day. So here we are. And the call for Netflix is a 3 month, it's 3 month plus accumulation. We have a volatility contraction right here, as shown by the, for you guys new, the TTM squeeze, that's John Carter indicator. And then we have for entry, I want to see the 500. What's going on right there? Let me see. Let me remove that one. So 500 was the entry number 1. I have targets at 520, 535. And I want to call this day 1. So tomorrow will be day 2. Okay. So we can expect to see some momentum tomorrow into 522. If we don't have it and we start pulling back, then you can trade it like you trade. So you can start accumulating with these guys, or just wait till we get over 508. So the entry, momentum entry for Netflix is tomorrow over today's high, which is 510, 508, 509. Target 1, 522. Target 2, say 535. And target 3, we should make new highs. Okay. And this is likely going to be my main watch. One of my main watches for the next 15 days. If we happen to have the move, I want to be in that one. Okay. That's the other chart in Netflix, which is the same daily chart, but you can see how this one puts it very clear into perspective. Where is it that we are, right? We have all the buyers in here. Everybody's supporting the action. 480. We start breaking 480, you just kill it. That's it. But you're missing, what are you risking? 24 points? No big deal. And you don't even need to risk that much. So Netflix is along tomorrow. Let's see right here. That's your entry, 510. So over 510 is a momentum trade for tomorrow, right? And then I want to try to get it to 520, target 1, 535, and then 550. Okay, Netflix. The other one, the other streamer is Roku. Roku is going to be pretty much momentum trading, right? I want to see 293.65 going, and that's it. I totally missed this one. We didn't talk last meeting about that the name, because some of you know that I don't really like to trade it that much. What I notice here is that volume is drying, so volume's coming down. Usually hard to trade. I don't really love it. Anyways, so we have a couple months of accumulation right here, but it just moves out of the blue. So that day happens to have the big volume. For Roku, if you're new, if you want to have higher, a bigger edge when trading Roku, just trade it the days that he's doing above average volume, and you'll see that it's like so much cleaner. Look at this day. High volume, big move. High volume, big move, right? High volume, you have the big move to the other side, right? But usually when you have this, it's gonna get choppy, or you're gonna get into this. So Roku, keep it on, because I know you guys like to trade it. So over 293, 294, that's a momentum trade. You can totally take it. Don't let me know. I don't want to know. Keep me posted, guys. You got to keep me posted on everything. The other streamer is Disney. I moved it here, so I don't remember. This is so boring, but I know, I don't know. Target is like 165, and it's just like, why do I even bother about Disney? Because apparently they changed from traditional, what is it, parks and the parks and into media. Apparently they launching international. So we have the good news. We have the big gap up prior to the earnings. They held. So this is a bullish gap in a sense that we never fill. So for those of you that been hearing me saying that not all the gaps fill, you see, here's an example. Not all the gaps are filled. So you pull back and then you start buying, the pullback right here, that's another buy opportunity if you want to do that type of trading, or you just play the momentum. Now, the momentum was right here, 152. That's where we had it right here. So I got an alert of 152, 153. And basically what we're looking is this is the all-time highs, or at least all-time highs for as long as we've been trading for Disney. So let's try and take it. I'm not a momentum trading in Disney, but I like to have some exposure if we start going 153. And basically just because of the story, supposedly once they start like reopening the economy, we should start seeing some more traction in the earnings zone. So I'm looking at 156, 160, and 165. Okay. And this is a slow trade. Those are the ones that I like to call the slow trade. So we should have, ideally, we should have been buying all of these tests of support. Prior resistance becomes support, held support. So we're still here. We may get a decent entry. I know, Tanner, you like to call that one, right? You like to work with the house of mouse. So keep an eye on that one. And here goes the next one that we are all looking. And this is what I like about this one. Let's go back to Apple. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 months of accumulation. You see, it's not exactly as Netflix or Tesla, but it's just going up a little higher, which is supposedly bullish, right? Because people are willing to pay up every month a little bit. It's nothing. Last meeting, we called and we said 114, 116, or 116, 115, 116 is the accumulation zone for Apple. Meaning, for those of you that understand what I do, that you should be a buyer of Apple at 114, 115, 116. So you should be already long, right? So when you see this type of formations or this type of trading, you come back right here, you see the bullish move, it's in an uptrend. Look at Apple. It only goes up 50, 80 comes down to 54, new highs 137, and this is a spread split. So now we are 190, 108, 107, back. 3 months accumulation right here. So we should expect to see the move once we clear 125.80. I got a lot of people asking me, not only from you guys, but like friends and everybody, like they have the 401ks and they happen to buy, they bought Apple when the pandemic hit because it was cheap. So that's like, that's the ultimate retail stock. Everybody knows about Apple. So they're like, hey, should I do it right now? And I'm like, well, you already hold till here. Just hold it a little bit more because we may see another 10, 20% more, right? And that's my call based on the pattern that I'm seeing, like 3 or 4 months of accumulation. Now you can show them this exactly the same chart, right? Where we can see that if you ask me, we have done nothing since 8, which is what is it? July, August. Yeah, we did a little bit of a move right here, but unless you were that day right here and you sold it, you're back into pretty much the same thing. So this is a pattern accumulation I'm looking. This is like day 1. We said yesterday that yesterday was day 1. Today we have the continuation. Now what I'm looking for is the break. The break is 125.52, right? And we should see this expansion right here. We need volatility expansion because still we're about to hit the top of the range, and look at the volatility. It's still the same. So it needs more. We need volume. Don't chase it. You don't need to chase Apple. It's not going anywhere until the day that it's going to really break. And that day we will know, because we're going to see the pattern. We're going to see the volatility. We're going to see the momentum, and we're going to see the volume, right? So just don't overtrade. Don't overmanage it. Just buy it at support and try to ride it, because I think it has potential, right? So we're here. The call for Apple is like you should already be long, right? I don't have an entry right here. So all you can do here is play momentum. So by playing momentum, for those of you that are new, also over 123.50 tomorrow, if you see over 123.50 and you want to scalp it and you want to get a point out of Apple, that's a trade. And you get to 125, 125.50 should have some sort of, that's target 1, right? And then from there, I want to hold because I think we can see 135 and higher. Okay, so that's it. That's basically Apple is in a range 115, 125. Once we clear 125, 125.50, 126, over 125.50, 126, we can go 130. Over 130, we go 138, new highs. Okay. And then the last one that I really didn't want to miss is Amazon, of course, right? So we come back to Amazon, and you see, guys, that I'm just boring and I do all the same charts. Look at the chart of Amazon, massive accumulation. Now we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, 1, 2 days. We haven't triggered yet. See, the other ones like Tesla already triggered. Some of the other ones are about to trigger. I think the market's about to trigger. This one hasn't triggered. So I'm not really that aggressive as of yet, as far as the momentum part of the trade. Now, what do I mean by that? If you come and see the accumulation, look the accumulation on this thing, 3,050, 3,170, another month of 3,160, another month of 3,180. So we've been like 3 months sideways accumulation. Now we're into the 4th month. The 4th month, it lowered a little bit, but it's not concerning for me because it's pretty much the same, the average, right? And this is a $3,000 stock. So bear that in mind, like 200 points move is nothing, right? So this is pretty much accumulation, right? Now what we're seeing is like we're paying up a little bit here. So what I want to see is this going out of these ranges, out of these balancing, right? Once we start seeing 3,300, I expect the move to happen. The move should hit us pretty easily, 3,500. So we're thinking 3,500, that's like 200 and 400 points easily on Amazon if this happens, right? So now we come back into the daily chart, right? And we see the same thing right here. Accumulation. What are you doing right here? You're going to short? Okay, be my guest. Scalp it if you want. I'm not interested. I'd rather be like looking at how we're reacting to this and see if I can get like some cheap options and reduce volatility or whatever into accumulation. That's all I'm doing. If I'm trading this one here, I'm buying, I'm doing accumulation, buying with the other guys and everything, right? First move will be like almost triggered today, right? And I think we call it 32.25, but again, guys, it's $3,000. So I don't want to be like, but for sure, if tomorrow you want to do a momentum trading and Amazon go over 32.50 and your target is like 100 points, 33.50. Yeah. 33.50, 33.60, it should be okay till 33.50. So I'm going to write it down for me just in case I decide to trade Amazon tomorrow. So 32.50, right? For a scalp to 33.50. Those numbers are so big, I can even pronounce them. So that's the call, right? The monthly buy will trigger over 30, my God, 33.60, right? So I want to see 3,300 clear. Where's my 3,300? Right here, I think it is. 3,290, 33. This is what I'm looking for. Pretty much the same as in Apple. And then I want to see volatility really explode. Like what I'm seeing right here is a divergence right here. And we have no volatility in here. So this is sideways, guys. This is dead money so far. What I want to make sure is that the days that this thing explodes and comes to 3,600, 3,800, that I have something. And especially if I'm lucky enough to buy 32.60, I want to make sure I don't sell for 10 points. I want to get like 100, 200, 300 points. Okay. So this is what I'm looking for. That's the bigger picture in Amazon. I want to be looking for longs. That's all I want to be looking. I'm not interested in shorting this thing into support. If I see it strong, I'll play it. And hopefully I'm going to be able to ride it. Here's targets. So 33 could be a second entry. Here's 33.64, your target one scalp. Then you hold some overnight for 3,500, and then you hold some for the next week to 3,800. Ideally, I think sounds like a good plan. Okay, so we're done with the meat of the analysis here. So where do we go from here, Kyle? Do you want to do
chips?
social? What was that? Chips? Okay, let's do chips. Start with AMD. So AMD, no pattern right here. We have the monthly, same monthly chart. About to take the highs, 94. I think we were talking about 94.50 to 100, right? That's the call we have. So same, we're doing momentum right here. Pretty easy. 93 high of the day, high of today. Pure momentum trade into 100. So AMD over 94 to 100. Remember, that's the swing target, right? Then we go Nvidia. I think Nvidia tried to move today, and it looked like it was gonna move, but apparently it didn't. I think it was lacking the volume. Look at the volume. It was doing 84%. What was the one that wasn't in play? I think AMD 116 and MU was way better. Look at MU. MU was a trade for today. 225. We call it early in the day too. I think it was Chris. Chris, thank you, man. Made me some money over there. Great catch. Great catch. Better pattern. Better catch. Everything. Nvidia, I don't know why it was. I think it was Kramer that was talking pre-market about Nvidia, and then people pick it up. But I don't see much in here. I see the accumulation right here. It's 2 months now, but this is just like we came up. Not loving the pattern. Here's my entry. If I'm to do something with Nvidia, 546, 550. And then what I'll be trading is, I hope you guys can see it. Or if I'm the only one seeing it, please let me know. But this is a sideways move. This is a nothing move. And then we have this little range right here. So you can trade this if you want, all you want, and then trade this, right? This is all the range. But unless we see something like volume and news, catalyst, something, I don't think is the one to go to, right? Keeping in mind, because in order to go from here to here, it's got to go past 546. So I want to have an alarm at 546 and see what's going on. And probably it's going to give us a scalp entry for momentum entry. So yeah, absolutely watch for 550, and we are inside that range. Let's call this a smaller range. So it's going to be 520, 550, 590. So Nvidia 520, 550 over 550 for 590. Okay, that should give us what, 40 points. That's like 8%, 8% move. Should be enough to make some money there. So that's Nvidia. Let's go back to the AMD. We already talked about clearly a better chart, and MU was a great chart. And we talk about MU for a long time. Look at the compression. We even have the same thing right here. So it was massive accumulation, massive compression, did nothing for years. I want to say years. I don't know if it's years. Yeah, like a couple of years. Look, 2017. We only breaking now to all-time highs, right? Today, actually, by the way. So good call on that one. You know, being aware, look at the volume, 229% on higher than average volume, all-time high. So this is a good one. Keep that one. So what we're doing for MU is we're going to trade it now as a momentum trade. That's all we can do. We are all-time high, so we trade momentum. So for MU, it's Momo over 68, 73, 75. I give it a little buffer because I know it's going to be a lot of play games once we start getting into 68, 73. So I want to make sure I get a good entry. If you are somewhat experienced day trader, you know you can get secondary entries right here into this move right here. So we will look at 55. So this is another level that we want to be watching, guys. My gatekeepers, my alarm guys, I want that alarm right there, like 65. Okay, that's another one I want to look. Right, I want to see how if we come back and we start approaching 66, then we make a decision. Probably we can get a better entry, or we just play the momentum. So you want to do the MRVL or any other semis?
Yeah, INTC.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about Intel. MRVL is the one supposedly for 5G. All-time highs coming for earnings. So let's wait for that one. Let's see how the earnings come. Here's Intel Corporation, and this is terrible. Look at this, up, down. So I don't even. We have a range, 45 to 55. So 45 is right here, and 55 is right here. We are in the middle at 50. So if this is the one you absolutely need to trade, over 50 for 53, and then under 48 for 55. But by the tone of my voice, you already know that I don't wanna deal with this. I like the fact that we have increased volume. That's a positive. So if it's a slow trade, I don't think it's that crazy to take a couple day swings, trying to get like 5%, 10% move on that one, right? But it was good action today. It was good action. I just noticed the volume. So we have 2 days of above average volume. That changes things for me a little bit. Now we're over the daily point of control right here. So, well, yeah, I mean, 50, 40, we can do some momentum in Intel. Let's put momentum Intel as a Momo trade. INTC, Momo over 50, 40, okay? One thing, like some of you guys know that I sometimes buy support. When I'm doing momentum, I don't want to buy support. If you're doing momentum, you want the momentum to be there. Meaning, if you're thinking long, it should go long. It should go up. You don't want it coming down for nothing, right? Same to the other side. If you're thinking it's going to go short and you're doing momentum short, you want it to see like drop, like immediately. You don't want it testing, whatever. No, not at all. So that's pure Momo. That's what I mean by pure Momo. If tomorrow is 50, 40, and I can have like a 10-cent stop. I get in, I don't care, and we'll see where we can take it. I don't want to see it like coming down and testing whatever 48 and then trying to pick it up down there. No, that's not the type of play I want to do with Intel. So Intel pure momentum trade 50-40. Look for targets into 52.50 and 55. 52.50 and 55, and I think that should end our semiconductors section of the call. What else we have, guys?
Payments.
Payments, yes, PayPal. So PayPal, what's the story with PayPal? Bitcoin. Who's buying Bitcoin now that we have it for PayPal? It's easier, by the way. It's easier. I'll tell you because I just bought my first little bit of Bitcoin. Like 50. I have to try it. I have to try the new technology, right? It's pretty cool. You don't need a wallet. So I think it's something. I think it's something, and I think it's showing right here. 191, 220. So what do we have for PayPal? Similar accumulation. Look at this. This was kind of hard to have. That's why we have these massive moves up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, however, let's see who's taking over. It looks like the monthly is finally taking over. So if you can hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and now we're taking the highs. This is exactly the same pattern we've been looking for. I don't know how many stocks already, which is the market. So this is what I consider to be when you say like, wow, I'm trading the market. This is a market. This is something that is doing exactly what the market is doing. But if you're trading the market and you're picking something that is going down, then, well, that's a different type of market play than what I have, than what I think, right? It doesn't matter as long as we make money. So here's the thing. We just broke the new highs, 215, 216. I think this is just pure momentum, guys. I don't want to see it losing 206 for sure. So that's what I have my alert. I'm not sure who's long and who's not. But if you have swings, this is where you don't want to let it fall under, right? If you got the entries into the base of the range, like today was like a nice day, so you don't want to give it all back. So 207, 206 would be the place where people are actually going to get scared and probably is going to come down all the way to 191. So as long as we continue to stay over 216, I remain bullish and I play it as a momentum trade. So you know momentum trade, right? All I need to do is like buy the highs. So 220.60 and it's a go for PayPal. Now I see it pre-market going at 216, but yeah, doesn't matter. You gotta wait till tomorrow. So for PayPal momentum, we got all-time highs. Momo over 220.60. What's SQ doing? Is he doing the same? See, Square did try to make it. Let me see a difference right here. Look at PayPal. Look at the pattern in PayPal. See the volume right here coming? That means buying. Break the new highs, because this is new high. Couple days consolidation, shake out. You know, I love when they check out the weekends right here. That's what they call it, right? So we have no volume on the red day. Then, oh, that was Friday probably. Yeah, that was Friday. So this was a half a day of trading. Friday, still low. The next day, check out, and then today, gap up. So what I want to see is I want to see higher volume tomorrow. So we got to see higher volume. Today, we only did 92%. So I want to see big volume tomorrow over 22.60, and that's my trade for tomorrow. Okay? Make sure you put a note right there. Must have big volume. So it doesn't happen what happens to you today when you were trying to break it. I'm buying over the highs with no volume. It's not going to go anywhere. So I only brought that one here because I want to see Square. So we see that there's volume in Square, making new highs, everything. Okay, what's going on with Square? Pretty much even. So we call it average volume. Red right here. Some buyers right here. They sold it again, and then they sell it here. I'm not liking it that much. The pattern right here is also different. It's kind of extended. So I'll say for Square, we got to be very careful with the 200, right? Because that's the place where you, if you're buying the range, and I hope you guys see it. I don't wanna put too much of a class into here, because that's not the purpose of the meeting. It's just for us to create a, you know, basically a trade plan so we can make money. But once you start getting into here, now you're into this area, right? So that's where you don't want to go, right? Because if you were trying to buy it right here, these guys are going to get stopped, and then they're going to panic, and they're going to sell all the way to 179. So keep an eye on this one. I'm not encouraging you to short right here, but it could, if you want, and if you play the momentum, you can do 200 to 180. Okay. So square, it's range 203, 180. And play the range, basically. Once we regain momentum, and that'll be over today's high, so over 214, we're back to bull. Okay. I think that's the best I can do for that, to be honest. So we're done with that one. Do you want to see ride sharing, Uber? See, yeah. Uber. What's up with Uber? Because Uber, oh my God, we hit all the targets in Uber, guys. That was a call last month. Yeah. We did the support resistance, the 47. Oh no, we're still there. We did it like that was 2 weeks, 4 weeks ago that we had the trade in Uber. So here's what's going on right now, guys. We're trading this P formation. For those of you that know market profile, this is a P formation. So basically, it's up and is a P, similar to flagging pattern, whatever. Base after run up, okay, whatever letter. So this is a P. Once you go over the high, you see it right here. That's my alert. You go long. So we expect momentum. So the momentum is here also. You see the monthly chart, all the accumulation that happened now, all-time highs for Uber. So all we're waiting here is for 52.15 to trigger, and we go long. Okay. So Uber 52.15, and that's a momentum trade. Long. Target should be, I'll say we go for 10% here. Let's go for that Bollinger Band, 57. Target one. And then we can revisit that one when we do the daily work. So here's lift, which is the other one, the competition. But you see the difference in the chart. Look at this one. It's coming down. It's coming down, and what I want to see for this one is like sort of the accumulation that we saw in ATVI and all of those games that I'm sorry, those are those names that we were accumulating where there were loans. This is something similar to what we're going to start seeing now that we're going to be analyzing the banks and the airlines, right? So Lyft is a totally different picture than Uber. Uber is a momentum on a long, strong stock, whatever. Lyft, we're trying to catch a bottom, basically. We're trying to see if there's like actually real buyers in there. Now, what am I not so fond into that one? Because I'm a little bit too far from there. 31 was the place to get in if we only knew before they got up on earnings. So now we're at 39. So what I can trade it as is as an earnings gap continuation pattern. So over 41.40, we can take it. Let me see if we have, yeah, we can take it, 41.40 for $50, which is not bad. So let's do that one. Let's put Lyft over 41.40 for $50. Not bad, guys. That's a 20%, 25% move. So I'll probably be taking profits at 45, which is 10%. 45. Well, I don't see levels. I'm gonna have to do some fibs on this one, but I'll update you. I'll update you guys once I do my fibs, and I'm gonna try to see what's behind this one. Not a lot for now. So for Lyft, just keep an eye on that 41.40. I think last week was 41.60, 41.20. So now it's 41.40. So we're done with Lyft. You were saying you want to do the
Airlines.
Airlines, okay, American. So four months of accumulation at the 12. Some news came up. Now we're 14. So we up 20% from the lows. This was the day. So I'm working with that 1441. I want to get involved. We said last time, was that the thing? 1440, 1435. This is tough, guys. This is tough. Because I don't want to get into fundamentals, right? Supposedly people are going to start flying. Yeah, but there's so many restrictions. And I heard like Europe is closing. So, you know, the biggest driver as far as profits is either international traveling or business travel. And business travel, everybody's doing Zoom like we are. And international travel, well, people are really not flying the expensive ones. I don't think they're flying to Asia and they're not flying to Europe. So I don't know what's going on. So fundamentally, I don't know what's going on. However, if you like it from valuation point of view, I'll say you try to get some into the 12s, 13s, right? And if you like it as a momentum play, just keep an alert over here, right here. Once we start breaking 1550, we can do momentum probably intraday. And you know, Kyle, I mean, when they move, right?
Yeah.
Good day, they give you a nice move. But when they're not doing anything, it's just so hard to trade. Like Delta, look at that one. I think Delta, we called for Delta, we have a target right here, right? So 45, 46, and we enter at the 30s. So like recommending a buy right here, I can't do that, guys. It's already too extended from the entry. We're up 50% on that, on those positions, right? So all I can say, again, if you want to trade the airlines, is buy 42.30 and try to make in here. Targeting for the target for Delta is 46, 47 bucks. So over 42.50 momentum trade. Yeah, let's call it like that. That's going to be simple for everybody. So Delta. For Delta, we have a momentum trade over 42.25, let's call it. And we go for 46 bucks. 46 is the alligator mouth right here. It looks like a dragon. It's so big. So it's like a dragon right here. So that's like 46, 47, right? 46, 47. So that's a 4% move. That's a 10% move. I'm sorry. 10% move in the underlying. I like that one. We did Delta. Okay, we did that one. We did United Airlines. This one is not as extended as Delta. So United, I like it over 50. Same. This one hasn't triggered. So for United over 50, I like it. Same premise. I'm trading this accumulation right here. So once we go over 50, we can see 60. So that's a 20% move for 60. So 20% move. So that's UAL. I think Ed was asking Jets. I don't know, Jets. That gaps up a lot. So I don't like trading that. Louvre. That's Southwest, Delta, American. Okay, Boeing. I know it's not an airline, but this one's getting interesting, guys. Here's what we have, right? We have the massive accumulation right here in the 140, 185. I hope you got some skin in the game. So we've been accumulating like for 3 or 4 months. I don't know how long. So finally, it looks like it's gonna break. We have the big green bar right here that exploded to 240. Didn't get to 240 actually. We fell short a little bit at 234, 230s, right? So what we're working with is this is the level for. I'm gonna make a line right here so I remember. So that's the level for accumulation in November. So that was November. I'm gonna take this one off because that was probably from last meeting. So 204, make a line for BA, and remember that 204 will be a key level to watch. So we get at 204, make sure the whole team knows that this one's a 204. We're not that far. We only one bad day in this thing to test 204, right? Actually, yesterday we almost tested 204. You see 204, that was like, I don't want to say it, but you could have made 20 points right there, 18 points, 10 points. So what I'm waiting for is, of course, a break of 224. Break of 224, 234. That's the easy target, 234. And then we go 254 at least. And then, you know, my target is 300, right? So for BA is 204 and over 224 for 240. Okay. Here's another one that I follow. Pretty sure Ed follows it too, is SPR, which is a Spirit Aero System. I think is based in Kentucky, and they do some parts for the Boeings. So this one runs with Boeing, and it gave like a massive move last time. So this is what's going on, right? Accumulation at 21. So now we have this level right here, which is 33 bucks. So put on alert at 33, 34. If we ever get there, let the team know and we make a decision. Usually this doesn't happen. Like, oh, you just missed it because you happen like in 2 seconds. They usually give you time. The 33, wow, we may test it tomorrow. We may test the 33 tomorrow. So you want a short, you can do it. If you want a short, you're so inclined, I don't blame you, because we look like we hit a resistance right here. This is like around the top. So if you're into that, you can get a good short into here. However, once we start getting 29, 30, 28, and start seeing some accumulation into support right here, I'll be looking for longs again. Okay, so 34, 38, 37. I'm sorry, 34, 37. So keep an eye on SPR. Okay, so again, support should find some support at 33. So over 37, we go long too. 37.10 long. For this one, I recommend that you do. This is not a intraday. This is like one of those. If you don't want to put that much money into Boeing, you can probably play some of these. The other one that's been trading really well with Boeing, it was GE. They do some turbines. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but that's what they do for Boeing. So it's already gone 8 to 10. So I'm looking at Boeing over 11. Sorry, at GE over 11. Just a momentum trade in GE over 11. Okay. And now we go to ALK. What is it? Alaska? Kind of strong. Is that regional, right? You can trade it. You can trade it 53.40. I mean, that's a simple trade. 53.40 and the target $60. 59.60. Yeah. Yeah. Go to 59.60. That's a 10%. Okay, let's go to banks, guys. Go see some banks. You don't like the banks.
Yeah.
Why?
Then social media.
Okay. Banks and social media. I'm going to tell you where Facebook is going to go. Okay, so this one, running to earnings, play Goldman Sachs, 200, 220, 230 targets, both hit. So now we are at 238 highs, massive accumulation, new Treasury Secretary. Apparently it's not going to be like that tough on banks, but we don't know what's going to happen. So for now, if we see Goldman Sachs going at 240, you can take a trade on Goldman. So Goldman is strictly a momentum trade. JP Morgan, it's just so hard to trade, guys. It's just, look at that chart. I don't like that chart. I was thinking 118 to 140. I still got some skin in the game, but I don't even watch it on a daily basis because I don't know where it's going. Look at that. If we happen to have it in one day. So again, if we want to be into trading gold, JP Morgan, let's keep it over 123, and we just take a look at the chart and see if that may be the data is going to work. The one that I posted today was Wells Fargo. This is different. This is different because it's still oversold. Has massive accumulation right here. We're a little extended, 24, 28. I get it, but look at all the massive accumulation right here. So we may see something. because I think if we go over this, which is very particular, we hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, same level, 28.80. So that's where my target is. So I'm thinking probably we go 28.80, 29 bucks. We can explode to 31, 32 bucks, which is like 12%. And this can happen in a couple of days. You know that, guys. So for me, it's Wells Fargo, a main watch over 29. Last call was over 26, so I think that one's working too. So WFC over 28.90, 29 for 10%. So yeah, I just confirmed here in my notes that Wells Fargo was a call last time for over 26, so that one worked too. Let's do social media. We got them all. I think Facebook is the other one with the accumulation. Not as clean as the accumulation we saw in Netflix and Apple and Tesla before, and Amazon, but I think it's good. I think we called it today over 281. Was that the call?
280.
280, right? So yes, we have the aggressive entry. We have the good entry right here. This is the entry, guys, because let me show you right here. See? So we have all the accumulation. We have the moving averages. We have it right here over the prior day high. Boom. And that was a great call. Very good call, Kyle. Good volume too, 105. Not impressive. So I think we still have room to go. So what I want to see is the problem is we're still dealing with all of these tails right here. I want to go to a 60-minute chart just for fun. Because no, I don't see it. I cannot see it right here. I think I'm gonna have to call it as Jesus. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna go 4 hours. See the 4 hours how it looks. See, guys, the same instrument. We just changed the way. We just changed the lens that we used to look at that. So now we can see this one as a 1, 2, 3 trade, right? 1, 2, 3 pattern. So over 289.40. Let's call this one Facebook over 289.40, and we have the most volume right here, which is exactly 289, and then we have 292, 294s. So I'll say 289, go for 294, target 1. That's intraday, absolutely. And I think I called 300 for the targets today, right? So yeah, I was thinking it was gonna really run. Now here, look what happened here. First 4 hours, and then it dried. So what we want to see is like, actually, this is really good, guys. I like it. I like this chart. I like this 4-hour chart in Facebook. Tomorrow, 290, boom. We're trading Facebook tomorrow. Looks like. Yep. Let's put alerts right there. Carly, make sure you put me all the alerts right there. So let's go 290, 290, 294, 300 for Facebook. Color, yellow color. Ready. Okay. We also talked Twitter today. I think it was setting up right there. Yep. Didn't trigger. So for Twitter, look at that pattern right there. What is it? 47.20? Doesn't have, I don't, problem with this one is what's target 48, because you see this area right here. So we have nothing going on, gap up, we couldn't hold, gap down. I assume that's news. Yes, here's the earnings report actually. So sold. Now they're trying to close the gap. So target is closing the gap. So it's like 2 points. I know it's 47, 48. So that's big. It's like 3%. Keep an eye on Twitter, but I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it till we actually go like 52. Can totally be traded. Absolutely. If you want a slow trade, this could be it. The other one spins, right? Yeah. The volume on Twitter is not good either. Yes, you're right. No. I always need the help. Yes, Microsoft is next. Absolutely. We need to check that one. I love that one. It's looking great too. 117 was an entry. Okay, pins. Try to make new highs today. Fail. Now, here's something different, guys. This I don't usually like this. You see how the other ones were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months and then like a pullback and everything? No pullback in Pinterest. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, right? So wherever you buying, we're like the last guys buying. Here's another thing, very interesting. I just noticed right here. Look at the huge volume right here. That's the high. That's 69. So probably today, I mean, it's not that crazy to actually thinking on shorting this thing, even though I don't usually do that. But could be like a double top on a weekly, unless of course we trade over 71.10. So that's a good thing about this. We have like a clear way to know when we're wrong. So over 71.10, you just go long and you just continue buying it into another 10 more months. Unstoppable, absolutely. But once we start getting into this zone, like 64, like 67, if you're aggressive, you can start thinking that we may be due for a pullback into 55s. Here's where the 55, 62, sorry, 60s. Yeah, 60s would be target one. No, I don't want to call 55. That's like way too far. So 45, 65, I'm sorry, 65, 55. So this level right here in pins, I'm not a fan of pins, to be honest, right here, because of the extension. That's all. I'd rather have it like trading sideways, and it doesn't look like it trades too well. So that's the pins. What else we have? No social media. Snap. Yeah, Snap. Similar to what pins. However, pins, look at the pattern right here. You see up. Look at Snap. I think Snap did a little bit of a base. Little bit of a base for a couple months right here. 41, 41, 41.18. So we can see it here, right? So we have a base for a Snap. So let's keep an eye. 42, 42.30. We just make sure that we have it and we take a look at that and we make a decision. Now, this one is pure momentum over 47.30. Plain and simple. Just because we assume that we've been sideways or basing for a couple months. If we base for another month, even better. I wish this could stay like here till end of the year, and then in January we go 48. Then we'll take it because it will be like more people involved, waiting, and we will have more support. But I think Snap is second to Facebook. I like it better. So Snap over 47.27. Right? And targets, you can calculate 10%, 15%. 10% is like 51. Makes sense since Bollinger Band it was a 55 the last time. But we will assume that once we start going up, it should expand like it did before. So I say 50, 51 for target one. And then we look for support, how we react to 42. Okay? So versus 42, 41. Let's take a look at that one. Snap. Let's move on to how we doing on time. We got 15 minutes. So we got Microsoft. Times fly when we're having fun, guys. So Microsoft, 1, 2, 3, 4 months sideways accumulation. Xbox out. PS out. What else they have? Nothing new, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 months, and we're right there. 216. I think we call it today. 217. We still got time. That's a good pullback. That's why you don't chase, especially not a breakout entry. You don't chase, right? If it has run like 4 points against you, you just doomed for a pullback. So what I want to see is I want to have, there's my alert, 216.15. I'm going to start calling it 216.60. I'm going to start calling it again. 217. I'm going to be like, guys, it's getting up. It's getting there. So that's the good part of being with us as a team, that we call it like 10 times. So there's no way you're going to miss a trade. You didn't miss it because you're doing something else, but not because we didn't call it. So here's what we want to do with Microsoft. I want to be long the 217, the 219 for sure, and I'm going to trade this range right here. Do you guys see a range, or am I the only one seeing range? I may be the only one seeing a range right here, but I think 225 is one, and then the other one is just like this range right here, the 212. So 212, 225 for 212, 225, and we can do momentum tomorrow for 217.30 to 225. Okay, 217.30 to 225. How was today's volume? Like average, right? Yeah, average volume. So we want to see some volume showing up because I like the pattern, and this may take some time. Of course, once we break the 230, it's all-time highs. So if you happen to get like a really good entry, you may keep some for 230 and new highs. That's the long call for Microsoft. Stop, Ed. You do what? Microsoft? What else?
Baba?
Baba is going down, right? Yeah. Baba, very tricky. I don't know if there's news from China. Let me look at support levels. So absolutely coming down. Last month, it was supported at 265. So here we are. That was last month, right? Point of control. So we know the volume is right there. Try to break. Here's something, guys. Here's something that we gotta keep in mind. When I post trades like this, I usually put reversal trades. And I know I have Baba as a reversal trade. Means we're still in a downtrend, right? Even if you do it like this, we're still in a downtrend, right? So what we're trying to do is a reversal. But we only have first move. Now, what we're doing right here, probably, I don't want to call it right now, but we're doing probably the first higher low, right? First higher low. So technically, it's going to start being like a break of trend once we take the high. So over 280, that's when it's technically a long. Now, can you buy right here? Absolutely. You can even buy whatever you want, or you can sell whatever you want. It's a free market. So you can do absolutely what you want, but you still have to be aware that you're trading a downtrend, right? This thing is coming down from 320 to 260. So we're still in a downtrend. Yeah, you're trying to pick a bottom. That's good. When we hit it, it's pretty good. Now, what I start to look for is like signs of a reversal, right? Signs of a reversal such as, well, we didn't have much volume today, so I don't get to read a lot on 63% volume. So there was not really a lot of people trading. But the day before was big down day, and we have like decent volume. I'd say like 130%, right? So I want to see what happens if we go over 270, for instance, because I'll be trapping all of these shorts for 2 days. If you short for 2 days, you think this thing is going to go for 240. If we don't, 270, you may get a good 10% run. Now, once you start dropping, I want to keep my focus on 260. Now, 260 and prior low, then you go 240. Okay. Still, what I have to keep in mind too is the fact that although on the daily chart, it shows that we're doing a correction right here, right? But right here, what we have is we have a massive run from 128 to 319. So I can do some fips right here, and we're probably doing like 30 or 40% reversal, and we should expect to make a new high. So that's the point. And that's why Baba at this point is really hard. I think the last one I called was the reversal right here. So I'll be looking for another reversal. Absolutely. If Baba goes 282, I'm buying. That I know. Now, would I buy 270 tomorrow, 271? It all depends on the volume. If I see that 270 tomorrow with higher than average volume, I'm buying, guys, and we're making 9 to 10 points on that one. If we see it going lower, I know there's support at 258. So am I going to short Baba for 2-3 points? It has to be like I have no better ideas than that. Why? Because I'm shorting to support, and that's just not the way I trade. So if we break lows 254, now I'm interested. Now that's a different trade. right? We broke support for sure, and we can go 240. So that's a trade for BABA. I know it's complicated, but I'm gonna try to illustrate it again, right? If tomorrow or whatever we go over 270, what is it? So meaning we're trapping. I'm trying to trade a trap right here, 270, right? Scalp for 279 or 275, 279 over, meaning we break in the downtrend over 283. I'll go long, right? And I'm gonna try to test 310, 305, 310, right? If we break support, which is like 254, so under 253, I want to see if we test the 200 MA, which is 241, or 242 actually. So, and that's basically how I formulate a plan every single day for every single stock that I'm going to trade. Like I usually post 2 or 3 in the morning because it's this detail. You got to know exactly what you're going to do at what prices and what you're going to require of the market. Because if tomorrow we have a massive bull market and this thing starts going higher, or then I want to be long. But if it starts going lower, why would I buy that? I don't want to buy support or trying to be a hero trying to pick it up right here. Not interested. Okay. So that's my 2 cents just as far as how I will trade BABA. So that's BABA. What else we missing? Zoom? You want to do Zoom? Zoom.
Yeah, CRM.
Zoom is a second day trade now. This is another one, guys. This is a downtrend. We've been calling this downtrend. I tried to short it a couple of days. It was so hard. I gave up. I don't want to short it anymore. But I mean, for the most part, it's a short. You can see if you come to the chart, you see here, lower high, lower high, lower high, and then we tried, and then we fail right here on earnings. So we have a lower high right here. Pivot 1, 2, 3, 4 pivot lows. You can see it here, right there. That's a reversal. You can see it here too. Now, where do we go? Well, if we get the momentum and we start, look at this, look at the volume right here. Look at the volume we're dealing right here. Once this is gone, this is like free air. So I don't know, guys, but 400 to 250. Get me into that trade, please, Kyle. Please. I will cry if I see this thing coming from $600 to 250, and I've been trying to short it like every week. So yeah, it's a tough one to trade. It's tough for me. It's really tough. And for me, it's really tough because of how I trade. So it's really hard. Keep it on your radar. 375, 379. I know Tanner also likes to, and he's pretty good at trading this one too. So yeah, patience, a lot of patience, and you have to be very disciplined to enter, not overpay, don't chase, make sure you got the right instrument to trade, the right options and everything. So that's Zoom. Let's do Fastly because I don't want to go over that one. That this is something that we're looking. So what we have is like, look at how this works. This works really good. You see the alligator or the dragon mouth, whatever it is, the accumulation. We call this one. We got it here, 110. X went crazy. I don't know why. So here, buyers stepping in. So now what I want to see is like right here. I think Kyle has this one on the topic section.
Yeah.
Very well explained. So that's 87, which is pretty aggressive entry. 89 should be a very nice entry. I don't even care if I have to pay $100 for this one, right? Because we're looking for probably 20%. Even, I mean, we can test 120. We can test 120, 112, 120. So keep an eye on this one. Doesn't move that much. It's not my favorite thing to trade intraday, but a slow trade, I'll do it. Slow trade on Fastly, absolutely. Okay, so Fastly, let me see, Google. Oh, Google. Yeah, Hassan, you've been nailing this one. Absolutely. I missed the easy trade on Google. That's a problem for me with Google. You know, 1572 new highs, and I missed 1570, and I keep reminding that this was the entry or whatever right here. So what we have right here is new highs. So we're at new highs, so we hit target. This is a 1 month base. Can it go? Yeah, you gotta show me the volume. So actually, let's add this one right here. Let's put a line right here. Oh, that's not my line. That's my ellipse. Okay, so here, come on. 1825, let's call it 1825, momentum play in Google. Go long. Simple. Let's put it. And it's a small base. Remember, it's a small base, so I don't expect to have such a big move as when we do a 4-month base or a 3-month base, or right. So 1825, there's a long in Google. Just keep on alert, keep us posted. If we have an intraday entry, that's a good one too. Let's do a couple right there. Google, what else?
CRM.
CRM, that reported earnings today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see it. Down 229.40. Wow, 229.40. And they bought Rack Workspace, sorry.
Slack. Yeah.
Slack work, exactly. So this looked like, I hope this was accumulation. Otherwise, this is guys distributing this thing. So where we gapping? 229. Where's 229? Are we missing? No, we're right here at support, guys. See? That's where we gapping. 228. So I want to make a bet. Tomorrow we open 228, 229, goes down $1.50, $2, and then we go back up over 228. Go long. I support. I don't know. Unless we drop, and if we drop, we drop. We don't want to be buying that thing. But I don't see it as a short. Oh my God, I'll be surprised. I don't see it as a short. What do you think, Kyle?
Yeah, it's tough to short right there.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. 228 is right here. Bollinger Band, support. Can we close the gap? It's 8 points. That's what, a 4% move? Oh my! I think we should keep this one. But I'm talking reversal, guys, and I want to make sure you know exactly what you guys are doing if you're trying to attend this reversal. Because what I'm thinking, this is just gonna be something like, look what happened last time we went to 230, 231. 231 to 268. So 38 points. Right? That was the last time we tested. Look at the prior time we tested the same level. So we're in a range, or we're going to gap down into the range unless we see massive volume, like huge volume, suggesting distribution. And we go like, this is one of the samples, like it has to go immediately. Like 229, all the way to 220. Right? If you start playing right there with the 228, 230, 228, 228, 30, I'll be like, you know what? I don't even need to trade it tomorrow. I'll probably buy it the day after, or, but keep an eye on this one. This is actually good. I don't know how CRM plays, because usually it's not very good, right? When it's not an earnings play. So the call for CRM is like 228 is support. Major support. It's a key level. So momentum players, scalpers, you can absolutely short if we take the low, but bear in mind that whenever it starts coming back, let me know if you go back over 228, because I want to buy it. Okay, and I'll do my scalp to the long. So that's CRM. What else, guys? Yeah, of course. They're gonna probably open it, jack the implied volatility. Everybody gets in at 150%. They get 3 points move. They make 10, 15, 20%, and then they just jack it up and they go the other way. So yeah, I've seen that playing so many times. So that's the CRM. What else? What am I missing, guys? DraftKings. We call this one for reversal trade. This is exactly what I was explaining with Baba. Like we're going down and then we try to buy it right here. And then once we go over here, that's where we go long. So we will long 45. And now what we're waiting right here is a break of 54, 55, which is, by the way, target 1. But what I'm thinking is this can get stupid because now we have all of this level, all of this accumulation right here, all of this accumulation right here. So if we start going over 55 and closing over 55, we test highs, guys. So the call for DraftKings is over 55.14, over 55.25 on a closing basis to $65. Target one, DK and G, over 55 and a quarter for 65. And that's a 20% move, right? And then the second one, you can see it right there, is $72, which is just a FIP extension. And that'll be like an awesome trade, but I don't know if we're gonna get there. Has a lot of catalysts, but they have to come back with the gambling and sports back on TV. So, oh, marijuana, guys. Sorry. 1 minute. CGC, massive reversal. So we have the accumulation, $18, a little late right now. Let's see how we react to 24. That's where I have my action plan right here, 24. I don't want to mess with this thing unless we break and I play the momentum. But once we start going 25.60, keep the team alert, and I promise I'll try to do the same. So this is how I cheat, Carly. I put like 2 or 3 of them, so that's what I beat you. I think we're done, guys. Yeah, I mean we got so many stocks. Space.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap.
Huge universe. Thank you guys so much. And
Thank you,
I'll
Mario.
see you tomorrow, guys. Okay, see you tomorrow morning. Not a problem. It's a pleasure.
See you guys.
Okay, bye.